Welcome to the Begley Library tutorial on searching with Boolean operators. If at any point you need assistance or have a question, please do not hesitate to contact a librarian. If you were just to type all your keywords into the search box without any operators, you might get very few results or thousands of off-topic search results. You can think of each of these operators as a tool for solving a certain kind of problem that happens when you dump your keywords into the search box. The first operator is quotation marks. Imagine you search the database for the topic hand sewing. The database is searching for the word hand and the word sewing. Most databases are currently optimized to try to find both, but in a pinch, it will bring up results with either one or the other. You will find a lot of search results about hand sewing, but you'll also find search results that mention the word sewing and the word hand separately. For example, maybe a magazine article about glove makers who are machine sewing gloves customized to fit the consumer's hand. Quotation marks fix that problem because they tell the database to take the phrase as a whole and search for the words together and in order. As you can see here, using quotation marks took us from approximately 930 search results to approximately 120 search results. That's because it got rid of all the ones that didn't have the exact phrase, hand sewing. The second operator is truncation. We're searching the database for the word educate. We get plenty of results, 66,929 to be exact. Some databases can guess that you might also want the word educates or educated. Others can't. But besides those, there are also words like education and educational, and you're missing out on those. When you drop the end of the word and add an asterisk, you get all the different endings of the word. Educates, educated, education, educations, educational, etc. If you drop off a little more of the word and truncate a little bit earlier, you'll get even more variations based on that root, like educable. But be careful not to truncate too early, or you'll get words that have nothing to do with what you're researching. For example, if you truncate education after ed, you'll end up with terms like Eden, Edward, edamame, and the list goes on and on. Third is the AND operator. If you don't put anything in, most modern databases assume that you want to put an AND between each of your keywords. Let's try searching sensory defensive autism. 9 search results. It looks like you don't need to use AND, which might be true in a simple search like this. But you should get into the habit of doing it because it's very necessary when your searches start to get longer and more complex. A hint about when you might need to use the AND operator is whenever your topic is the x of y, x as a kind of y, x in y, impact of x on y, y as a consequence of x. You need to use the AND operator to join concept x and concept y. Fourth, the OR operator. We know that if we search hockey, quote, United States, close quote, Canada, the database is going to try to stick an invisible AND in between each of those keywords. We have approximately 3,800 search results about hockey in both the United States and Canada. But what if we care about hockey in the United States or in Canada or both? What if we put the OR between the United States and Canada and enclose that in parentheses? The parentheses using the OR gave us a lot more results. 24,797 results. Parentheses are explained next. We have so many more search results because the database is giving us not only the results that mention the United States and Canada, but also the ones that mention either one or the other. But OR has another use too. United States isn't the only thing this country is called. You can add or US or America all within the same set of parentheses. This gives us even more search results, 43,962. Now for the explanation about parentheses. You have already seen that you need to put parentheses around groups of keywords joined by OR. The reason for it is basically orders of operation. To explain it, let's first try a search without parentheses. Let's try, quote, service animals, close quote, and dogs or cats. When we do not use parentheses, the database works from left to right, giving us 253,505 results. When you search, quote, service animals, close quote, and dogs or cats without any parentheses, the database assumes you mean that first it should look up service animals and dogs where those two overlap, and then cats, and give you resources that have either cats or have service dogs and animals, or have both of them, the yellow areas below. But what I actually meant was service animals that could be either dogs or cats. So I put the parentheses around dogs or cats. That way, the database searches that part first and gets all the articles that mention either dogs or cats or both, and then looks within those search results for ones that also mention service animals, the yellow area. Parentheses can nest. That means you can put one pair of parentheses inside of another. And as long as you close all the parentheses, the database will work from the innermost set outwards. Using parentheses gives us 224 results. We've got our search result, but let's put the whole thing inside parentheses and add and, quote, wheelchair users, close quote, and discrimination. So what we're looking for are articles about discrimination against either wheelchair users or people who have either cats or dogs as service animals. This gives us 82 results. The not operator is used less often than the other operators, but it's incredibly important when you do need it. Let's do a really simple search for the word apple. In our case, we mean the fruit, but if you were to scroll down the search results page, you'd start to see a lot of articles about Apple the technology company and its products. We get 179,654 results. So what we do is add not to the search, and then enclosed in parentheses and separated by or, a list of all the ways we didn't mean apple. Apple, not, parenthesis, computer or smartphone or tablet or Macintosh or iPod or iPad or iPhone or quotation mark, Apple, comma, CO period, close quotation mark, close parentheses. This gives us 120,427 results. And that got rid of like 50,000 search results. So use not when there's a hot topic that seems to be taking over your search results. Your keyword is used to mean different things in different subject areas, or you only want to search part of a subject area. Some examples of using not. You may use not if the word or phrase for your topic is also used to mean something else. For example, Apple, not, parenthesis, quote, Apple company, close quote, or iPod or iPhone or iPad or MacBook, close parentheses. You may also want to use not when you're interested in only a part of a topic, such as dogs, not poodles. You may want to use not if a keyword you want to use is most often found as part of a phrase that has to do with something else, such as climate, not, quote, climate change, close quote. Finally, you may want to use not if there's a certain way of referring to a concept that implies a certain point of view, such as, quote, Affordable Care Act, close quote, not Obamacare. So that's it. Quotation marks, truncation using the asterisk, and, or, and the parentheses you use to help the database with order of operations. And you can also use not. If at any point you need assistance or have a question, please do not hesitate to contact a librarian.